Hey, I got a question for today. Are you ready and raring to eat out at a restaurant today? Before you take it up doing so, you may want to think twice, since the entrees and appetizers that the restaurant serves are apt to be significantly pricier than you'd envision them to be. Markups on foods at restaurants are far loftier than you could fathom. When you order food from restaurants, you can expect to pay a minimum markup of at least 500% to 800% for the food. It is quite a shame that restaurants would rather pitch to the food than discount the prices of other entrees and appetizers. It is estimated that certain fine dining restaurants pitch upwards of 80% of their food. At restaurants, more foods can wind up being relegated to a dumpster and they can wind up on a dining room plate, since food waste in the restaurant industry can be far more rampant than you can imagine. At restaurants, you should not expect your vegetables to be washed off before being served, even though vegetables should always be washed off in hot water before being served. At restaurants, you should not expect your server to not plop food down onto your plate once it has fallen onto the floor, even though food that has fallen onto the floor should be pitched. You should abstain from eating meals at restaurants if you value your overall health and wealth. Lamentably, adherence to food safety practices is not a staple in the restaurant industry. At restaurants, you pay top dollar even if the server of your table suddenly stops by your table to ascertain if you need a refill on your water or anything else to boot. At restaurants, the service is slow, the meals are small and unfilling, and the markups on food are far more exorbitant than you presume they would be. Eating meals at restaurants is indeed not always pleasant, especially in contexts in which their meals are ineffably bland beyond apprehension and are not deemed to be palatable. Eating meals at restaurants can also be a bore if you are waiting for a prolonged period of time for your food to be ushered onto your dining room plate. Will you eat out at restaurants today, or will you instead devour grocery store food today?